Kearny, New Jersey. Kearny, KAR-nee, is a town in the western part of Hudson County, New Jersey, United States, and a suburb of Newark. As of the 2010 United States Census, the town's population was 40,684, reflecting an increase of 171 plus 0.4% from the 40,513 counted in the 2000 census, which had in turn increased by 5,639 plus 16 point. Kearny is named after Civil War General Philip Kearny. It began as a township formed by an act of the New Jersey Legislature on April 8, 1867, from portions of Harrison Township. Portions of the township were taken on July 3, 1895, to form East Newark. Kearny was incorporated as a town on January 19, 1899, based on the results of a referendum held 2 days earlier. The Arlington section of town was named for Arlington Station on the Erie Railroad at the Arlington Mill plant, owned by Arlington Mills of Lawrence, Massachusetts. History. Colonial roots. The area of Kearny Township, created in 1867, had been part of the original Crown grant of 30,000 acres 120 km2 obtained by Major William Sanford of Barbados on July 4, 1668. Major Sanford named it New Barbados Neck after his old home. As was the custom of the time, the Major paid £20 to Chief Tantaqua of the Hackensack tribe for all their reserve rights and titles. Sanford's uncle, Major Nathaniel Kingsland, acquired the property in 1708 and sold the upper western tract of the grant for £300 to Captain Aaron Schuyler 2 years later. The new purchase included present-day Kearny, North Arlington, Lyndhurst, and Kingsland. Shortly after Schuyler's purchase of his new homestead, a peculiar green stone was uncovered. It was sent to England for analysis, and he learned that it contained 80% copper. His opening of a copper mine brought the first steam engine to America. The engine was secretly delivered by its engineer, Josiah Hornblower. The engine and mines were destroyed by fire in 1772 and remained idle for some years. Schuyler Mansion played a role during the American Revolutionary War era. When Lord Howe of England took possession of New York Harbor, the proximity of Schuyler Mansion drew many of his officers. They generally traveled over a road that today is referred to as the Belleville Turnpike, which was originally constructed in 1759 using cedar logs from the nearby swamps. During September 1777, General Henry Clinton, head of the British Expeditionary Forces in America, selected Schuyler Mansion for his headquarters during one of his more important raiding operations, which included the famed Battle of Second River. The mansion stood until 1924, a period of 214 years, when it was torn down by a land development company, despite the company's offers to transfer the land to an organization that would be able to pay to maintain the property. 19th century. In the middle 19th century, Kearny was the upper, or northern, section of the township of Harrison. A prominent citizen and resident of the upper section, General N.M. Halstead, felt it was impossible under these political conditions for his section to obtain proper recognition. He engaged in energetic campaign for an independent township. He succeeded when the NJ Legislature of 1867, on March 14, adopted an act creating the township of Kearny. The town was named to honor Major General Philip Kearny, commander of the New Jersey forces in the Civil War and the owner of the mansion known as Belgrove or Belgrove, locally called Kearny Castle. On April 8, 1867, the first election of town officers was held. General N.M. Halstead was elected chairman. The first official seat of government was 3 rooms in the old Lodi Hotel on the northeast corner of Schuyler and Harrison Avenues. In the early 1870s, Kearny erected its first town hall on the corner of Kearny and Woodland Avenues, the present site of the Knox Presbyterian Church Parish Hall. This served as a town hall, courthouse, and schoolhouse. The minute book of the township states on August 16, 1870, The first step toward establishing Kearny's present public school system was taken. The first schoolhouse was housed in the town hall built at Kearny and Woodland Avenues in 1873. The Highland Hose No. 4 firehouse, listed on the National Register of Historic Places, was built in 1895. The town's nickname, Soccertown, USA, is derived from a soccer tradition that originated in the mid-Minus 1870s, when thousands of Scottish and Irish immigrants settled in the town after two Scottish companies, Clark Thread Company and Nairn Linoleum, opened two local mills and a factory. When the town's growth demanded larger quarters, the present Kearny Town Hall, built of Indiana limestone, was erected in 1909. Factory Town. The early influx and development of industry in Kearny dates back to 1875, when the Clark Thread Company of Paisley in Scotland extended its activities to the United States by erecting two large mills in Kearny and adding two others in 1890. These mills brought to Kearny thousands of Scots immigrants. Many of them would play on Kearny's soccer teams in National Association Football League. Many are buried at Arlington Memorial Park in the Kearny Uplands. In 1876, the Mile and Thread Mills started operating, giving employment to several hundred operators. In 1883, the Marshall Flax Spinning Company of England erected a large plant in Kearny, known as the Linen Thread Company. Their need for experienced flax spinners brought an influx of workers from other sections of the British Isles. Families of those early textile workers were the nucleus of Kearny's present population. The Pure Line Manufacturing Company, later called the Arlington Company, which became a subsidiary of E.I. DuPont de Nemours Company, had purchased a large tract of land east of the Arlington Station on the Erie Railroad, extending well out, north of the railroad embankment, into the Meadowland. In 1887, Sir Michael Nairn established the Nairn Linoleum Company of Kirkcaldy in Scotland, now the Congolium Nairn Company of Kearny, giving further impetus to local industrial growth. This also led to the growth in the Scottish American population, which in the 1960s was about 21,000, accounting for more than half of the town's residents. In 1902, the Lovell Dressel Company, manufacturers of marine and railway lamps and fixtures, located in Kearny adjacent to the Erie Railroad. Other industries which located in Kearny include Swift and Company, Coppers Company, Theobald Industries, Standard Tool and Manufacturing, Wilcutta Box Company, Harris Steel Company, and L&R Manufacturing. Between 1926 and 1986, the Kearny Works of Western Electric employed as many as 24,000 in producing a variety of hardware and supplies for the Bell system, and was the home of the Kearny Standard for tools and equipment, and was sold by at&T in 1984, by which time the plant had 4,000 employees who earned a cargo. Ships were built at Kearny yards during World War I and warships during World War II. 21st century. The HBO drama series The Sopranos was filmed partially in Kearny. One of its buildings, used for Satriel's pork store, was later raised to prepare for a parking lot. Geography. According to the United States Census Bureau, the town had a total area of 10.27 square miles, 26.61 km2, including 8.84 square miles, 22.91 km2 of land, and 1.43 square miles. Unincorporated communities, localities, and place names located partially or completely within the town include Arlington, New Jersey, Schuyler's Corner, and West Arlington. The town is bordered by East Newark, Harrison, Lyndhurst, North Arlington, both located in Bergen County, and Secaucus. The Passaic River separates the town from Newark and Belleville, both located in Essex County. The Hackensack River separates it from Jersey City. The town is varied in topography and roughly divided into three parts: the Kearny Uplands, the Kearny Meadows, and South Kearny, which is located where the Hackensack and Passaic rivers meet. Main thoroughfares include the eponymous Kearny Avenue, the local segment of Ridge Road / Frank E. Rogers Boulevard, Bergen Avenue, Midland Avenue, Schuyler Avenue, and Passaic Avenue. A number of small parks running along the Passaic River are collectively called Riverbank Park. The largest, located on the colloquial Bunnaland Hill, is a gift from Kearny's veterans. It is named after a small zoo named Bunnaland, which was maintained by the local Kiwanis Club that occupied part of the present Bunnaland Hill in the 20th century. During Kearny's 4th of July celebrations, which include a fireworks display, Bunnaland Hill is the primary gathering spot for celebrants and observers. The largest park is West Hudson Park, shared with Harrison, which contains a variety of sports fields, recreational areas, and an artificial pond. The second largest recreational zone is the Kearny Playground at Gunnell Oval. Demographics. Census 2010. The 2010 United States Census counted 40,684 people, 13,462 households, and 9,921 families in the town. The population density was 4,636.5 per square mile, 1790.2/km2. There were 14,180 housing units at an average density of 16.0 per square mile, 623.9/km2. The racial makeup was 73.57%, 29,933 white, 5.37%, 2186 black or African American, 0.40%, 163 Native American, 4.41%, 1793 Asian, 0.8%, 32 Hispanic or Latino of any race were 39.95%, 16,253 of the population. Of the 13,462 households, 33.5% had children under the age of 18, 51.6% were married couples living together, 15.6% had a female householder with no husband present, and 26.3% were non-families. Of all households, 21.0% were made up of individuals and 7.7% had someone living alone who was 65 years of age or older. The average household size was 2.83 and the average family size was 3.28. 20.7% of the population were under the age of 18, 11.0% from 18 to 24, 31.2% from 25 to 44, 26.4% from 45. The median age was 36.4 years. For every 100 females, the population had 106.0 males. For every 100 females ages 18 and older, there were 105.7 males. The Census Bureau's 2006-2010 American Community Survey showed that in 2010 inflation-adjusted dollars median household income was $58,698 with a margin of error of plus $3,838, and the median family income was $66,272 plus. Males had a median income of $45,360 plus $2,598 versus $38,668 plus $3,893 for females. The per capita income for the borough was $24,977 plus $1,022. About 7.6% of families and 10.3% of the population were below the poverty line, including 14.2% of those under age 18 and 8.1% of those aged 65 or over. Census 2000. As of the 2000 United States Census, there were 40,513 people, 13,539 households, and 9,802 families residing in the town. The population density was 4,433.2 people per square mile, 1711.4/km2. There were 13,872 housing units at an average density of 1518.0 per square mile, 586.0/km2. The racial makeup of the town was 75.75% white, 3.97% African American, 0.37% Native American, 5.50% Asian, 0.7% Pacific Islander, 10.4% from other races, and 4.31% from two. Hispanic or Latino of any race were 27.34% of the population. There were 13,539 households, out of which 34.6% had children under the age of 18 living with them, 53.8% were married couples living together, 13.2% had a female householder with no husband present, and 27.6% were non-families. 21.8% of all households were made up of individuals, and 8.8% had someone living alone who was 65 years of age or older. The average household size was 2.81, and the average family size was 3.28. In the town, the population was spread out, with 21.5% under the age of 18, 10.7% from 18 to 24, 35.7% from 25 to 44, 21.3% from 45 to 64, and 10.9% who were 65 years of age or older. The median age was 35 years. For every 100 females, there were 106.6 males. For every 100 females aged 18 and over, there were 107.0 males. The median income for a household in the town was $47,757, and the median income for a family was $54,596. Males had a median income of $38,672 versus $30,620 for females. The per capita income for the town was $20,886. About 6.1% of families and 8.6% of the population were below the poverty line, including 9.1% of those under age 18 and 10.0% of those aged 65 or over. Economy. Portions of the town are part of an urban enterprise zone (UEZ), one of 32 zones covering 37 municipalities statewide. Kearny was selected in 1983 as one of the initial group of 10 zones chosen to participate in the program. In addition to other benefits to encourage employment and investment within the zone, shoppers can take advantage of a reduced 3.3125% sales tax rate, half of the 6 plus 5/8% rate charged statewide. Established in November 1992, the town's urban enterprise zone status expires in November 2023. Since its inception, there has been $27 million in tax revenue that government, local government. Kearny is governed under the town form of New Jersey municipal government. The town is one of 9 municipalities of the 565 statewide that use this traditional form of government. The governing body is comprised of the mayor and town council, who are elected on a partisan basis as part of the November general election. The mayor is elected directly by the voters at large to a 4-year term of office. The town council, comprised of 8 members, is elected by the voters to 4-year terms of office on a staggered basis, with one of the 2 seats from each of the 4 wards coming up for election in 2 consecutive years, followed by 2 years with no elections. The mayor and council operate on a legislative basis, with the mayor having veto power. The day-to-day operations are the responsibility of the town administrator, whose duties are specified by local ordinance and who generally carries out the policies adopted by the mayor and council. As of 2020, the mayor of Kearny is El Santos, who has been mayor of Kearny since January 1, 2000, and whose current term of office ends December 31, 2021. Before his election as mayor, Santos served as councilman of Kearny's 2nd Ward for 1 year. Members of the Town Council are Albino Cardoso D. 2022, First Ward Meritrine de Castro D. 2021, First Ward Carol Jean Doyle D. 2022, Third Ward Eileen Eckel D. 2022, Third Ward Gerald J. Feisto D. 2021, Fourth Ward elected to serve an unexpired term. In February 2019, the Town Council appointed Gerald Feisto to fill the Second Ward seat expiring in December 2021 that had been held by Michael D. Landy until he resigned from office in December 2018. In November 2019, Feisto was elected to serve the balance of the term of office. On January 7, 2017, Second Ward Councilman Jonathan Giordano died, creating a vacancy on the Town Council. In February 2017, Peter Santana was selected unanimously to fill Giordano's seat that expires in December 2018. In February 2015, the Town Council selected Meritrine de Castro, as chosen by the Democratic Municipal Committee, to fill the vacant First Ward seat expiring in December 2017 that had been held by Alexa Arce until she resigned from office the previous month. In the November general election, De Castro was elected to serve the balance of the term. Fire Department. The town is protected by the Kearny Fire Department, which operates out of 4 fire stations. The current chief of department is Steve Dill. Below is a list of fire station locations and apparatus of the Kearny Fire Department. Federal, state, and county representation. Kearny is split between the 8th and 9th congressional districts and is part of New Jersey's 32nd state legislative district. Prior to the 2010 census, Kearny had been part of the 9th congressional district and the 13th congressional district, a change made by the New Jersey Redistricting Commission that took effect in January 2013 based on the results of the November 2012 general elections. In the redistricting that took effect in 2013, 22,572, about 55% Kearny residents, were placed in the 8th district, with the remaining 18,112, about 45%, located in the extreme northwest corner of the town placed in the 9th district. For the 117th United States Congress, New Jersey's 8th congressional district is represented by Albio Sires D. West New York. For the 117th United States Congress, New Jersey's 9th congressional district is represented by Bill Pascrell D. Patterson. New Jersey is represented in the United States Senate by Democrats Cory Booker, Newark, term ends 2027, and Bob Menendez Harrison, term ends 2025. For the 2022-2023 session, the 32nd Legislative District of the New Jersey Legislature is represented in the State Senate by Nicholas Sacco D. North Bergen and in the General Assembly by Angelica M. Jimenez D. West New York and Pedro Mejia D. Secaucus. Hudson County is governed by a directly elected county executive and by a board of chosen freeholders, which serves as the county's legislative body. As of 2017, Hudson County's county executive is Democrat Thomas A. DeGise, whose term of office expires December 31, 2019. Hudson County's freeholders all serving concurrent terms that end on December 31, 2018 are District 1, Kenneth Copex Bayonne and parts of Jersey City. District 2, William O. D. Vice Chairperson, western parts of Jersey City. District 3, Gerard M. Baumier Jr., southeastern parts of Jersey City. District 4, E. Jr. Maldonado, northern parts of Jersey City. District 5, Anthony L. Romano Jr., Hoboken and adjoining parts of Jersey City. District 6, Tylo Rivas, Union City. District 7, Caridad Rodriguez, Chairperson pro tempore, West New York, Weehawken, Guttenberg. District 8, Anthony P. Vanieri, Jr., Chairperson, North Bergen and northern parts of Secaucus, and District 9, Albert Seifele, East Newark, Harrison, Kearny, and southern parts of Secaucus. Hudson County's constitutional officers are County Clerk Barbara A. Netchert 2017, Sheriff Frank Shalari, and surrogate Joseph J. Wrigley. Politics, 6, politics, politics, 6, politics, politics. As of March 23, 2011, there were a total of 16,348 registered voters in Kearny, of which 7,043.0% were registered as Democrats, 11.8% were registered as Republicans, and 7,345.2% were registered. There were 6 voters registered to other parties. In the 2012 presidential election, Democrat Barack Obama received 68.9% of the vote, 7,579 cast, ahead of Republican Mitt Romney with 29.9%, 3,293 votes, and other candidates with 1.2%, 129 votes among the 11,007. In the 2008 presidential election, Democrat Barack Obama received 60.4% of the vote, 6,953 cast, ahead of Republican John McCain with 37.9%, 4,365 votes, and other candidates with 1.1%, 121 votes among the 11,000. In the 2004 presidential election, Democrat John Kerry received 57.0% of the vote, 6,363 ballots cast, outpolling Republican George W. Bush with 41.7%, 4,650 votes, and other candidates with 0.5%, 87 votes. In the 2013 gubernatorial election, Democrat Barbara Buono received 49.5% of the vote, 2,667 cast, ahead of Republican Chris Christie with 48.8%, 2,634 votes, and other candidates with 1.7%, 92 votes, among the 5,596. In the 2009 gubernatorial election, Democrat John Corzine received 52.9% of the vote, 3,838 ballots cast, ahead of Republican Chris Christie with 38.5%, 2,790 votes, Independent Chris Daggett with 5.4%, 390 votes, and other candidates. Education. Public schools. The Kearny School District serves public school students in pre-kindergarten through 12th grade. As of the 2017-18 school year, the district and its 7 schools had an enrollment of 5,619 students and 441.2 classroom teachers on an FTE basis, for a student-teacher ratio of 12.71. Schools in the district with 2017-18 enrollment data from the National Center for Education Statistics are: Franklin School 955 students in pre-K-6, Garfield School 525, pre-K-6, Roosevelt School 437, pre-K-6, Schuyler School 454, pre-K-6, Washington School 559, pre-K-6, Lincoln Middle School 910, 7-8, and Kearny High School 1731, 9-12. Private schools. Schools in Kearny include Kearny Christian Academy, a Christian school founded in 1981 by the City of Hope International Church that serves students in kindergarten through 12th grade. Mt. Carmel Guild School, the Little Neighborhood Learning Center, Happy Time Preschool, and daycare. In the face of declining enrollment, the Roman Catholic Archdiocese of Newark closed Mater Dei Academy at the conclusion of the 2011-12 school year. Mater Dei had been opened 3 years earlier as the merger of 2 existing schools, St. Stephen's and Holy Cross, the latter in Harrison, but attendance declined from 250 in its first year to 170 in its final year. Other former Catholic schools in Kearny include Sacred Heart School and St. Cecilia School. Library and Museum. The Kearny Public Library is one of New Jersey's remaining Carnegie libraries and houses a museum on its third floor, which mounts exhibitions related to the history and culture of the town and has a collection of artifacts related to the town's namesake. Transportation, roads and highways. As of May 2010, the town had a total of 70.89 miles, 114.9 km of roadways, of which 50.75 miles, 81.67 km, were maintained by the municipality, 7.30 miles, 11.75 km by Hudson County, 7.73 miles, 12.44. The Belleville Turnpike Route 7 forms the northern border of the town with North Arlington and crosses the Rutgers Street Bridge over the Passaic River into Belleville. Kearny Avenue passes through the town and continues north as Ridge Road, the beginning of Route 17. US Route 1/9 Pulaski Skyway and US 1/9 truck pass through. The Essex Freeway Interstate 280 passes through the town and ends at Interstate 95W. The New Jersey Turnpike eastern and western spurs at the toll gate for exit 15W. Public transportation. Notable people.